Welcome back. ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం కోఆర్డినేషన్ కాంపౌండ్స్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ చేసాం అప్ టు నామెన్క్లేచర్. In the part of revision, we have seen up to the types of ligands and their names and how to write a name of a particular compound, that's coordination compound. Names and few rules like alphabetical order, or it can be adding aid to the name or em instead of will not use em, we'll say simply cobalt cation. If it is cation, simply say cobalt or cobalt cation. But for anion, we cannot say cobalt anion, we should say cobaltate 8, we should add 8. Like if it is a bridged ligand, you have mu symbol is used like that. We have seen few rules till now. Now let us go forward. So I will share the screen now. Okay. So up to this point we have seen so if it is simple ligand, we should say mono, di, tetra, etc. Prefixes we should not use, I said, for alphabetical order. Oxidation state of the metal is given by Roman numeral, I said. These are the examples we have seen. So if it is isomer, we should write the designation come before the rest of the name. And cis diamine dichloroplatinum, trans diamine dichloroplatinum. Bridging ligands, prefix mu is used. Mu amido, mu hydroxo. This. When writing the formula, the chemical symbol of the metal is written first, followed by the formulas of anion in alphabetical order, and then formulas of neutral molecules. This is the order you should follow. Chemical symbol of the metal is written first, followed by formulas of anions, then the formulas of the neutral molecules in a few names we can see here: fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo, azido, cyano. These are the IUPAC names I am reading here. Thiocyanate. When I say S, means it is bonded to S. Metal is bonded to S. When I say N, thiocyanate N, it is bonded to S. Hydroxo, H. Aqua, H2O. Carbonyl, CO. Thiocarbonyl, CS. Nitrosyl, NO+. Nitrito, that is N bonded. Nitrito, O bonded also will be there. These are ambidentate. Means it can be attached with the O, it can be attached to N. So methyl isocyanide, phosphane, pyridine, amine, methylamine, amido. So these are the IUPAC names that we use in the nomenclature. These all are the common names. These are the IUPAC names. So there are complexes, composite ligands, as I said. Amine, methylamine, comma to ethane diamine. That is simply EN abbreviation. Whenever I say EN is there, you should write. Even common names can be written in the nomenclature. But IUPAC name is 1, 2 ethane diamine. Diene, 2 dash diamond diethylamine. Diene. Simply Diethyl triamine. These are common names. Okay. EDTA, ACAC, that is acetyl acetonate, acetyl acetonate, common name. These are the chelating ones. By PY abbreviation. See, in your exam, they give only abbreviations or simply EDTA. You should write this name, either common name or IUPAC name, whatever name. Even this common name also is allowed in the examination, whether it is BSc second year or BSc final year, whatever. 2,2 bipyridine, 1,10 phenanthroline, phenophen, like that. So these complexes, you may get these nomenclature in the PG entrance also. Oxalato, simply OX. ETC, dialkyl dithiocarbamate. These are the most complexes. Generally, the DMG is asked in the PG entrances. Dimethyl glyoxymeter, which is used to determine the nickel. Okay. To determination of nickel, we use this DMG, where nickel bonds with this. So that's a different chemistry. We'll learn at the end of the applications of this. So ethylene diamine tetraacetate, EDTA, simply EDTA. This is the structure. You should not forget the structures of coordination compounds. They are beautiful structures. You can learn easily also. Pyrazole, lyle, borato. These are the complex structures. Let us see for naming. First one. How many amines are there? 5 there. So water 1. So cobalt here, these two are neutral ligands. So 0 0 0 0. States means whatever there for the bromine will be same opposite charge for the cobalt. So pentamine. Amine first comes first, alphabetical order AM, then AQ. Pentamine, aqua, cobalt, bromide. Pentamine, aqua, cobalt, bromide. Here, pentamine, bromo, cobalt, bromide. This one, pentamine, bromo, cobalt, sulfate. Here pentamine, sulfato. Sulfate is written as sulfato. Cobalt. This Roman number is oxidation state. There are some theories of coordination compounds. How coordination compounds are, how to give a name. Things are developed by few theories. First one is chain theory, which is proposed by Blumstrand and Jorgensen. The valence of charge of the metal ion determined how many bonds it could form. The valence or charge of the metal ion is determined how many bonds it could form. CO3 plus could form whenever as a 3 plus the charge, it could form 3 bonds. This is what this is a theory proposed in 1800s, not today. So today many things have changed, but whatever they proposed, based on that only scientists started thinking and developed the theories. Even the current theory also may change tomorrow. Okay, so the valence, they said valence or charge of the metal ion determine how many bonds it could form. It could form 3 bonds. This idea stressed the Similarity to organic chemistry. C could form 4 bonds, etc. Like that. Ammonia could form chains just like chains of CH2, that is methylene group. Only Cl minus attached to an ammonia could dissociate. Only Cl minus attached to an amine could dissociate. So this is the formula, current formula. Bronsted chain formula said number of ions predicted as 4. Is this the structure? Means this whole 1 ion and these are 2 ions, total 3. Here 1, 1, 2, and this one 0. 2 number of ions predicted. 2. So this is where it fails. That's why, according to this, you should say these are 3 is 1, 4 correct. 3 also you can say correct. 2 also you can say correct. But if it is 2, it goes wrong. That's why the another theory developed. That is Werner's theory of coordination compounds. Is Mr. Werner? Compounds made up of simpler compounds are called coordination compounds. He said, like COCl3 is a simpler compound, ammonia is a simpler compound. When they form together, this it can be COCl3, ammonia, hexavans or 6 ammonias, or it can be like this, differing reactivity with silver nitride. So there is a difference of reactivity based on their number of ions present in it. So that's why they give different colors also, but they are altogether different. So this is what he did. Werner developed this theory of coordination chemistry at the age of 26. Received the Nobel Prize chemistry, and in 25 years supervised 200 PhD students. Excess of 8,000 complexes. Not only 1 or 2 complexes he prepared. Let's see here. See, this is the color of the compound is how many ions? 4 ions. Golden orange. We add water aqua, so the here 3 and 1 it is divided. Means simpler compounds. Here purple color, it got dissociated like this. So Werner's theory says 2 types of valence or bonding capacity is said. Primary valence based on the number of ions, number of electrons an atom loses in forming the ion. What is the losing of electron? Simply nothing but oxidation. Now, today we are saying it's a oxidation number. But he said primary valence. Those days, primary valence. Secondary valence, responsible for the bonding of other groups called ligands. The central metal ion. Responsible for the bonding of other groups called ligands. Means how many attached. So today we are saying, what we are saying? We are saying coordination number. So primary valence is today's oxidation number. And secondary valence is today's ligand number, that is coordination number. Primary valence is ion charge, secondary valence is coordination number. Inner sphere, ligands bonded directly to the metal ion. Outer sphere, next sheath of ions or molecules, that is counter ions. This is a theory that he developed based on his observations. Some common coordination numbers of metal ions. Copper plus 1, 2, 4 can be coordination number. If silver plus 1, 2, plus 1, 2, 4, iron plus 2, 6, cobalt plus 2, 4, 6, nickel plus 2, 4, 6, So these all are coordination numbers. Means if nickel plus 2 is there, it can form a 4 coordinated compound or 6 coordinated compound. That's what he predicted based on a few observations. Okay, so that's why we need to know the structures: linear, that is coordination number 2, square planar coordination number 4, tetrahedral coordination number 4, octahedral coordination number 6. We should know these things. See, this is how Werner explained. Dotted ones and with the thick one says primary valence, means the oxidation number it gives. Okay. Dotted ones is the coordination number. So if the same number of groups attached to a metal, then what? How to name them? So cis or trans. So with this theory can. So the whatever that he could do it and present it. So in this, based on the silver nitrate test, yes, recognized many number of compounds around 2. Forms 3 silver fluorides, it will form 2, it will form 1 if there is no reaction with the silver fluoride. So based on this, he could say the total charge or net charge of the sphere. So the one problem is it disobeys octet rule. At that time, nobody could explain. Even though compounds are stable, compounds are prepared accurately, but still the famous rule in those days is octet rule. Means if it is having octet in its outer sphere, it is stable. But these complexes are breaking that rule. The solution we found is by using d orbital, so it becomes an 18 electron rule. Not 8 electron, but 18 electron rule. For these things, you can calculate. Here, in this example, there are 6 d electrons and 12 ammonia electrons, means 2 electrons from each ammonia. So 1s plus 3p plus 5d capital, total 18 electrons. Sidgwick said this solution given by Sidgwick in this model. So Sidgwick model says effective atomic number rule. Electron pair from ligands added to the central metal atom until the central atom surrounded with a number of electrons same as the next noble gas. So nearest to noble gas configuration it will reach. It can be 18 or 8, 18 or 8, but only 18 electron rule that he explained. 18 electron rule is valid for the coordination. Electron pair from ligands added to the central metal atom until the central atom surrounded by the number of electrons same as next noble gas. Tendency to attain noble gas configuration means stability. There also we have seen in the periodic table, basics of periodic table, there if it is having 8 electrons in outermost shell, it is stable. That is nothing but the noble gas configuration. Here also same, but it will reach the nearest noble gas electrons. So effective atomic number, the formula is given atomic number of central metal atom minus number of electrons lost by central atom. So number of electrons of ligands accepted by the central atom. Atomic number of central atom, you know, whether it can 20, 21, 22, 20, whatever. Number of electrons lost by the central atom means oxidation number, nothing but the oxidation number. How many electrons it lost? If it is losing 2 electrons, it is 2 you should write. If it is losing 4 electrons, you write 4. So nothing but an oxidation number. And how many number of ligands accepted by the central metal atom? Means each ligand will give you 2 electrons. So total number of ligands accepted with central atom. Let us see one example so that we can understand. See this example. Here compound is this complex. Pentacarbonyl iron is the complex. So according to this formula EAN, what should you do? You should say formula equals to 26. What is this 26? Atomic number of the central metal atom. Minus how many electrons lost by this iron? Here no electrons lost. So number of electrons lost is 0. So that's why I kept it 0. And how many electrons accepted? Total 5 ligands are there, means 5 into 2, 10 electrons is accepted to the metal. So it will get 10. Total formula 26 minus 0 plus 10 will give you 36, which is the atomic number of krypton. So this is how stability is confirmed. Same for the next example. Cyanide, iron 26. How many electrons lost? You have to calculate here how many. 2 lost. And how many electrons the cyanide ligand is contributing, means 6 into 2, 12. Total, it should be plus here, not minus. 26 minus 2 plus 12 will give you 36. It's also stable. Like that, you can calculate for all these things. So this is developed by Sidgwick. See, all these theories developed one after the other. One scientist gave one idea. After that, followed by another scientist gave another idea. Then next scientist developed. So it's science is always developing. Always developing. How we should calculate. See, but here, see, they got 35, 33, 37. These are not the configuration or atomic number of these noble gas configurations. So let us see the defects again. So donation of electrons by the ligands to the central metal ion produces improbable accumulation of negative charge on the metal. So as Sidgwick said, so always metal atom will accept the negative ions, that is electrons. So if more number of electrons are accumulated, then stability, where is the stability? So that is not explained by the Sidgwick. And many neutral ligands like water, ammonia, amines have 2s2 electrons which have no bonding characteristics. That also could not be explained by the Sidgwick. And these are not predicted. What is the shape of the complex? What is the isomerism exhibited by the complex? And what is the magnetic behavior of the complex? The directional properties of ligands, etc. So, based on these effects, there were few theories developed. Those are theories of quantum. So, tomorrow's class, I will inform you through WhatsApp. We will learn valence bond theory. Up to this, it was there in your syllabus for the second year. From crystal field theory, it is there in the BSc final year syllabus. So, then these defects were explained. All the problems were given solutions by these theories. Valence bond theory, that is called VBT. Another one, crystal field theory called CFT, and molecular orbital theories. These things will give you clear understanding about the defects, or we cannot say defects exactly. So those days they could find something explain, but today the need, still there were more questions, so they could not answer those questions for their time. But later scientists have developed and tried to answer those things. Somebody done their research. These are the extension work done by the another scientist. So tomorrow's class, we will see valence bond theory, crystal field theory, molecular orbital theories. So till now, in this part, in this class, in these two classes today, we have learned the nomenclature of coordination compounds, how it is named, Which should come first? Alphabetical order, where to follow, where not to follow. If it is anion, how should you name? If it is cation, how should you name? If it is a bridge ligand, how should you name? These things. And these nomenclature, how it is developed. What are the theories that we have seen? And what are their failures? So for those failures or for their defects or their problems, the solutions are given in the future theories, that is theories of bonding, valence bond theory, crystal field theory, molecular orbital. So I'm stopping here today. So tomorrow we will see those things and we'll try to cover syllabus for final year. Okay, check here. I'll give the updates in the WhatsApp so that we can continue classes in spite of this COVID issues or whatever. So classes will not be stopped. Okay, take care. Till then.